I just love split tailgates on SUVs. They create that air of going out for a picnic with your family, right? It just does. It can be your picnic tray as well, and there's enough space to pack in a couple of picnic hampers, and there is of course third row of seats, and the SUV we are talking about here is BMW's X7, the new flagship SUV from BMW. The X7's focus as a family car is clear, and it starts here. BMW's flagship luxury SUV isn't going to ill-treat you even in the third row. As you can see, knee room here is quite decent, and that's with a fairly nice setup for the middle occupant there. You have good headroom. I'm 5'6", so I'm not really tall, but clearly sufficient, nicely cushioned seats. Where it could do better is in terms of footroom. You can see that it gets a little fidgety here, and under thigh support also could be better, but adults can be accommodated here clearly. And for those adults, you have a cup holder, and youngsters would obviously want a USB port, which is on offer as well. But for that luxury quotient, you get a small little sunroof. How nice is that? But getting in and out, well, the middle row really doesn't fold down flat, so it just kind of leans forward and slides forward. Right, that's about it. But now we get into the middle row. A press of a button and the motorized seats slide back. Well, there we go. Nice big doors, so easy to get in, and once you're inside here, like I said, plenty of knee room. The entertainment package for the X7 is optional, and that is an interesting distinction, and I'll get to that a little later. Also, if you're looking for additional controls for the seats, etc., well, you'll realize that there are no massage seats on offer here, and this 6-seater configuration, which BMW says is optional, well, for now, that is the only variant available on the X7. So while the third row isn't bad for adults, if you want to lounge out, this is really the place to spend time in. I don't want to get out, and it's all because of these softy cushions. That's clearly the clue for the seats you want to be in if you want to lounge around. I would have stuck around there for longer, but the lure of the new digital displays for the driver and the cabin design got me to step ahead. Well, as BMW started off with the X5, the design for the interiors have evolved, changed. Gone is that very crisp, almost industrial, Teutonic feel to something that is a bit warmer, a bit more glitzy, and, well, more luxurious, that can be said, right? I'm sure we like that a lot, right? You can see it in terms of the dash design, and there's a little bit of bling thrown in here as well. Crystal elements here on the gear lever with an X underneath it. Same thing here for the iDrive controller. So yeah, if you like those kind of things, this is going to be interesting. But what I do like is the sense of bigness on the inside here. This feels genuinely big. And under the hood, you've got the 30D engine, which we've seen before from BMW. It has a bit more power than we've seen before, and the 40i. So these are the two engine options on offer, and they're priced the same, about 99 lakh rupees. As you would expect, this luxury SUV gets adjustable air suspension and all-wheel drive as standard. It also rides on reasonably big 20-inch wheels, but the laser lights, those are an option. This is the flagship SUV, it's big on luxury. What else was big about it? There was something that really caught a lot of people's attention. Dimensions, yeah, because in terms of overall length, it's the longest, bigger than the GLS, which is also bigger than the Range Rover. It's wider than that, it's got the longer wheelbase, so yeah, it's big. What else was big? Do you guys watch Peppa Pig? Do you have kids at home? Biggest grille yet from BMW, but to me, this is not the flagship of the BMW family. This is, and it is still the flagship of the BMW range, and the grille might not be bigger in terms of actual dimensions, but next to these slimmer headlamps, the lower profile, it's still the more shocking one. Meet the updated 7 Series. Now the flagship, it keeps a few special things all for itself. For instance, the special package for the rear seats, which give you all those massage functions and all that added comfort. and it's still available here on the 7, not on the X7. And that aside, you also get a little bit more in terms of comfort, like the quilting has been changed to give that greater sense of luxury in terms of equipment. If you're sitting in the front, you'll see the new display for the driver and the screen at the center, which is now, well, it's a lot more technical. It looks a lot nicer. And well, there's one more technical bit that's new on the 7 for India. Let's check out what that is. And that is to do with what's under the hood, or what's over here. One more door with the charging point, of course. So BMW, for the first time with this 7, has brought in a plug-in hybrid to India. This is the 745 LE, so it uses the engine from the 740 Li, but adds in a battery pack, motors, so that this is also an all-wheel drive. It gets about 53 kilometers of range in just pure EV mode, a top speed of 140 kilometers an hour. So yeah, pretty practical, right? And if you don't have a charging point on hand at some point, the engine will top off the batteries and give you that low-speed drivability that you would want. And the 7 Series is something that we've rated very highly in the past for its refinement, the actual sense of luxury when you get going. And with this option, I think that's only going to go even higher. And if you look at the pricing for this, it's quite interesting. At just over 1.6 crores, that's actually managed to undercut some of its competition as well. And for now, the prices for the 7 Series are in fact at par with the pre-facelift versions, but that BMW say is introductory. So we're looking forward to driving the 7 and see how much the changes have changed it, and with the X7 to really get a taste of what flagship luxury BMW SUV really means.